Hi everyone, Dr. Mu here with a short presentation on core values. And before I get into why a core value is important and what is a core value, I want to ask for your help. Our current set of core values are a little bit out of date, and I want to see how you feel about it. I want to see what you feel is important as core values. The great thing about technology and the resources we have is that we can now collect your opinions and your feedback within minutes, and so I want to take advantage of that. And so I'm hoping that after this video, you'll quickly complete the survey and share the one core value that you feel is most important. But I'll get to that in a moment. First of all, what is a core value? And this is very easily defined as a belief that is central or important to your life. So some of you may have already written your own set of core values. Others may not have, but I guarantee that most of you have them. You've something that's very important to you. So for example, loyalty, I think a lot of people feel are important. Like as friends, loyalty is always having each other's back, always defending each other, helping when your friend needs help. Loyalty is very important. Another one is honesty. For example, some of you may feel like if someone or someone is not being honest with you, you don't want to deal with that person, or you want to say, I want to always be honest no matter what I do. And so those are core values that you may have and you didn't know it. But here's some examples of core values from different organizations like Microsoft, the huge computer company. They have three core values, but they're very important, like respect, integrity, accountability. EA Games, a huge video game maker, their core values are creativity, pioneering, passion, determination, teamwork, and learning. And so why are these important? Why did these organizations create these core values? And why am I asking you to join us in creating these core values for our school? So one of the first reasons is that they show you the difference between a person and an organization from other people and other organizations. So as you saw, Microsoft and EA Games, they have very different core values. Microsoft, the first one is respect. One of that's nowhere on EA Games' set of core values, but instead teamwork and pioneering. Those things are important. It doesn't mean that EA Games doesn't want to be respectful, but when there are so many core values, and so you have to pick the ones that are most important. And so that's how you can tell what is important from one organization to another. When you were selecting a school, or when your parents were selecting a school for you, I can almost promise that one of the first things they did was go onto the website and see what is important to the school. Because, for example, one of our core values is global citizenship. It's very important for us. And your parents, or they may have looked at that and like, yeah, global citizenship is important to me too. And I want to be part of an organization that values the same things. And some other parents may have said like, that's not really that important to me. I'm going to go find another school or an organization that shares the same values. And then lastly, core values influence our behavior. So going back to EA Games, one of their core values is teamwork. And so they will teach, practice, and hold each other kind of accountable to teamwork. For example, if an employee is not being a good team player, they might go to the employee and say, hey, look, one of the things that's most important to us is being a good team player and showing good teamwork. So, please join us. And so they can influence behavior as well. Here's the plan. As I mentioned, you're going to have access to a survey now. And all I want you to do is put your email address and select one core value that you believe is important for our entire school community. It can be one that you personally feel is important for yourself, because they often work, like I mentioned, loyalty and honesty. Those are great for both individuals and organizations. So after you complete this form, after your parents and the teachers and the other staff members complete this form, a group of volunteers are going to look through all of the information that we collect. We want to make sure that the whole school can benefit from these values, because we have elementary, middle, and high school students, and they have different needs. And so we want to make sure that everyone's represented in these core values. And we also want to eliminate similar core values like honesty and truthfulness are kind of the same thing, right? So if like a lot of people vote for honesty and others vote for truthfulness, we're going to kind of get rid of one of those since they're both represented there. After we've gone through all of the core values and selected the 5 by the community, as you know, as suggested by the community, we'll share it with you, and we hope to do that before summer break. That way you can come back from summer break, start school with a new set of core values that we can all begin learning and practicing and putting into place with each other. So I have an example of a core value. By all means, I don't want you to copy this one, but it's just an example of one core value that I'm thinking of adding to when I complete the survey, and that's courage, because it can be it encourages the strength in the face of fear. And I think we all face fear every day, whether it's the sudden nervousness when the teacher calls on you to give an answer. I was always like that. I never wanted the teacher to call on me. I would get a little nervous. Giving presentations, you might get a little bit of fear. Even as the principal and the director, sometimes, for example, someone's not happy about a decision I made and they want me to know how unhappy they are. That could be a little fearful for me because I just, I want to do what's best for the community, right? And so I have to practice courage, and I think everyone in the community can benefit and learn courage because they will make us better people. So that's an example. There are like 3 or 4 core values that I really want to vote on for myself in the survey that I want you to do. If you're struggling to find ideas or you just don't know what a core value is, you can do things like ask your parents, ask your teachers. You can even go online, just Google core values, and you'll find big lists of core values, and read through some of them and find one that really means a lot to you. And once again, the top 5 ones, as long as they benefit the whole school and they are not similar to one another, will be our next set of core values. You are selecting our next set of core values. And so I just want to say thank you for that. I'm excited about this new way of doing things. We're going to test it out because this is not typically how you make a set of core values, but I'm excited to see what the community comes up with. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you for your feedback.